Welcome back, everyone. We have moved courts here, so we are delighted to bring you more action from here in Cardiff, the National Athletics Centre. And we're bringing you action from the men's 50 plus 4.0 plus division. On court currently, we have Dale Preston and Nick Fox on the top of your screens. And they are playing Rupert Robinson and Chris Freilich. And we are in the early stages of the group stage, although Robinson and Freilich holding a 9-5 lead currently. And also delighted to welcome Scott Mayo.
Hello, Tim. Very excited to be back in your company as always. I never get sick of saying that, Tim. And
nor do I.
About your own company. But I'd also like to give a little mention to Maisie Wise as well, who has travelled down today and part of the Pickle Bee gang, as you're all aware. But this time, Maisie is on scoring and all of the buttons that I don't really know what they do. I think all the adverts and things like that. Enough of me talking, because Robinson and Freilich have just taken the win there, 11-5, Tim. So solid start from them in the group stages, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah, this was the second game in the group stages. And a good win for Chris Freilich and Rupert Robinson. And they get that win off the back of a very, very tight loss, 11-10. They lost to Tony Williams and Neil Vincent. So,
two people that come to my Wednesday drilling sessions, Tim. So,
blimey, that's an advert. There you go. If you want to beat Rupert Robinson and Chris Freilich, all you have to do is take the short journey to wherever. Oh, it's actually here in the National Athletics Centre.
Not in this one. It's in the tennis centre.
Yeah. Well, there you go, folks. I'm sure next time you run it, Scott, there may well be upwards of 7 people.
We can only dream, Tim. We can only dream. What I am dreaming of is an afternoon sat next to you and Maisie, enjoying some glorious pickleball in this 50-plus men's category and any other categories we do actually have coming on. I'm going to put you on the spot, Tim, and ask, what have we got coming up next?
Thanks for that, Scott. We are switching between categories. So we are, I believe... So we're switching between groups, actually. So we have coming up next... so that was Group 2 that just played a game there. And we've got a Group 1 match coming up next. And that's going to be Tim Gill and Ian Banks versus Nick Marnus and Owen Budd. So I'm going to be largely focusing on this men's 50-plus division, 4.0 plus, and some big names to go through. So talk you through some of the players. And we got some Pickle Bee favourites indeed. So we got Tim Gill, Ian Banks, Andy Hill is playing with John Banks, Nick Marnus and Owen Budd, James Knott and Andrew Fennell, Mark Eggleton and Banu Bawaja. That'll be a good partnership. Gavin Noble and Gareth Neal. That's Group 1. And in Group 2, we have Dale Preston and Nick Fox, who we just saw there, as well as Rupert Robinson and Chris Freilich. We have James Perez and Kevin McCarthy, always a fan favourite. Martin Scott, Stuart Gwillam, Tony Williams and Neil Vincent, and Ian Marshall and Nathan Hill.
I have to say, Tim, that is a very, very stacked group. Or both very, very solid players. There's no walkovers there on paper, Tim. And what a delight we get to actually commentate on all of these. There's no easy games there, and we can already see after that first round match that there's already been some 11-10s both ways. So really interesting to see how these groups will play out, because at the moment it's anyone's game. So looking forward to it, Tim.
Absolutely. So it looks like in total 12 teams across this 50 plus men's doubles 4.0 division, 4.0 plus division. So one of our bigger categories at this, the Welsh Open 2025. And we are going to go straight back into the action as we see our players here warming up. Just a reminder, Tim Gill and Ian Banks. And they will be playing Nick Marnis and Owen Budd. So we have Tim Gill in the top left of your screen, in the white top. Ian Banks in the bottom left. We have Nick Marnis in the nearest your screen on the right-hand side, and Bud on the top right.
Okay, we are just about to get underway in this 50 plus men's 4.0 plus. And very much looking forward to this one. These groups are all very fiercely contested, and so all of these group games do matter, so every point matters in these groups. And a lovely put away there from Nick Marnis. And there we received a side out. Lovely reactions through the middle there from Gil. Second serve. And as we always say here at these tournaments, especially, Nick Hobbis would say serve, return and thirds being so important at this level. And the ability to orchestrate points then once you get up to the kitchen is so, so important. And we do see Gill and Banks stacking. Be interested to see if they do a full stack or a half stack. I do believe that is one of the reasons, is because Gill is a left-hander. So that does mean that you have the 2 forehands down the middle and the 2 backhands on the outside. And just looking at the hand gestures and signals there would suggest that they are going to be full stacking for now. A lovely deep serve initially there from Banks. But Nick Marnis with a lovely cross-court dink there to put the pressure on and win that point. And an excellent initial third there from Gill. But then the 5th shot just rising a little bit high in order for Bud to confidently put that one away. We do have a side out here. And very close encounter to start. Currently 0-1-1. Great hands there at the kitchen. Sort of hands we can expect at this level. Really high level, really high standard. Great reactions from all players. And that is lovely. Really, really lovely shot there. In back behind Bud. We did actually hit some decent drops there. But Banks was able to still take them out the air and then keep the pressure on. So he's done really, really well to get the side out. And that is really, really well played. It was a great get initially from Banks to return a very good cross-court dink. But then they were able to orchestrate that point. And for those that are familiar with the triangle pattern that does happen at the net in the kitchen, that is exactly what we saw there. If I do get a bit of a break in commentary or in the play, we will be able to explain that in a little bit more detail. But for now, we will watch these guys right in the action here at 3-0. And Banks and Gill just starting to get a bit more confident and building that scoreboard pressure here at 4-0. And that'll help them feel good. You're always happy in the group games or in any match that you play to just get that scoreboard pressure and build that lead really, really steadily. So they're now sat at 4-0-2 which will help them feel a little bit more comfortable. Maybe just loosen their shoulders a little bit as they play a little bit more freely now. So they'll be looking to get to 6 at the turn first. But Nick Marnus and Bud will be looking to cut this deficit now. But I have to say, and I was going to try and turn to my co-commentator Tim, but he's not here at the minute, so instead I've just got a nod of approval from the other side, from Maisie Wise, and I have to say that Ian Banks' hands whilst playing on that left-hand side is extremely good, and he seems to be winning most of these hand battles. So whenever there is a speed-up happening, Banks seems to be the one that is putting them away. So I think that's something that Nick Marnus and Bud just have to watch out for, because when there is a speed-up happening, when there is a firefight and a hands battle, they do seem to be coming out on top at the moment. So it might just be a case just to try and slow the game down and get into a bit more of a cross-court dink exchange. I think a word that myself and Maisie, who is my mixed playing partner, very kind, very lovely, that she deals with me. And that's one of the words that we seem to try and use a lot, is sort of slow the pace down and be as patient as we can. And that is incredible defense. Again, the Banks and Gill, I think, are really, really growing in confidence, and it's not a better feeling than winning a point that maybe you shouldn't have done, and that is all down to that incredible defensive resilience and effort that they've put in there. A beautiful shot there from Nick Marnus, able to just slice underneath that ball. Just hit a lovely controlled drop shot into the kitchen there. Very nice. I think that'll just help relieve a bit of the pressure from Nick Marnus and Bud. It's always nice to get a free point from a serve. Let's see if they can capitalise on that and get a little bit of swinging momentum in this game. Just a little bit excited there from Banks, maybe. Be interesting to see when the longer rallies do go on, who does come out on top, because for the most part Banks and Gill are winning the speed up exchanges, and that might be because they have that domination from full stacking through the middle, and so that is something that Nick Marnus and Bud might have to look for, is to put it in. Wow, that is some of the best defense we've seen today on stream so far. Some of those balls should never have been received, and yet an excellent job done there. I'm happy to say, for all of your sakes, that I am joined back with Mr. Spurway. And I'm sure that we will exchange in lots of to and fro banter from here on in, Mr. Spurway. But this is a great game so far, and pleasure to have you back in the hot seat with us.
Thanks, Scott. Yeah, from what I've seen so far, this looks like a really good one, a really close one.
Yeah, I would say just on the balance, I would say that this is a fair reflection of the score. Gill and Banks leading at the turn 6-4 is just about right, I would say, on the whole reflection. But all to play for. I have to say, Mr. Spurway, Banks has been the one in my eyes that has stood out in the match for me so far. And again, just showing his footwork there on the court. He was having to backpedal to get around that ball and then hit a very competent third shot drive that did dip over the net, which did lead to Nick Marnus unfortunately dropping that one into the net himself. So really showing some class and some great shots all around.
Yeah, and targeting Ian Banks, his opponent's backhand off the serve, always a good tactic. Last couple of points, able to direct that ball on the serve, opponent's backhand, but a good finish that. And Bud wearing a Cambridge Pickleball Club top. A big shout out to Cambridge Pickleball Club. If you are watching at home. Yes, and some fast action here at the net as well. So a good couple of points there. Nick Marnus. The 6-10.
Yeah, I think Jill Banks just have to be a little bit careful now. They've established a really solid lead and deserved lead as well, but it's a little bit of complacency slipping in. I think they'll be happy to get the side out there because there was a lot of pressure coming from Nick Marnus and Bud, so I think they'll really, really want to close this out now to stop those nerves gathering. But that is an excellent deep return again from Nick Marnus. He's got a lovely slice return on that backhand and very, very consistent with it. And that is the game, Tim. Jill Banks, I would say, overall, the deserved winners there of that one, 11-7. But Nick Marnus and Bud did do an extremely good job of clawing that one back to get it back to 11-7. A good game all round. And some good standards, good quality pickleball all round too. And I'm going to put a bit of pressure on you again, Tim, and ask, what have we got coming up next?
We got another men's 50 plus 4.0 plus group game, this time from group 2. So we're going to be watching Dale Preston, Nick Fox again, and they're going to be playing James Perez and Kevin McCarthy. That'll be an absolute cracker. It's always fun watching Kevin McCarthy. And so we're just going to have a very short break. And we'll be back just after a word from our sponsors.
As a professional athlete, my equipment is very important to me.
When I'm on the court, I need to trust what's on my feet. I need to stay focused with no distractions.
I personally feel like the ViperCore Pro 2.0 is the best performance shoe out there.
Durability for me is really important because I like to slide all over the court. I also love how lightweight they are. I feel like I can run faster. Skechers.
Comfort that performs.
And so we are underway here. Preston, Fox, Perez, McCarthy. And some hands battles to start us off.
Hope that's a sign of things to come if we're having points like that for the first point. Let's pray that that may continue. And Perez and McCarthy will be happy to get a point on the board. Always a nice feeling to get off that 0 to start fairly early on. And that is lovely play. Initially, great pickup from Preston from a lovely shot from McCarthy. Then McCarthy ultimately able to put that point away. And Perez and McCarthy putting some great pressure on. What I can see from Perez so far is his great ability to drop diagonally. And seems very calm in the process of doing so too. So does seem very competent in that shot. And that time going for a drive instead. So maybe stick to what you know for now because it was working. But they'll be really, really happy to have taken a 4-0 lead so early on in this game. And a lovely shot there from McCarthy to put that one away. And Fox doing some of the commentary job for us there, Spurway, with the quote, "That was wild" on his own shot. So well, that's a nice return.
Well, that was wild by Dale Preston. Sitting up nicely, that ball, and overhit. A good return makes up for it. And that previous point forgotten about.
And again, Perez is definitely finding success with that drop to the left-hand side as we're looking at it. And Perez and McCarthy will be extremely happy to have taken a 6-0 lead at the turn and looking to extend that further now this afternoon here in this match. And if it wasn't for a laptop on a table, Maisie, I think, would have had a ball straight to her face there. So thank goodness for technology, eh?
Yeah, the main use of technology, of course, is to shield us from flying balls.
And that is excellent play and reactions from McCarthy. The lefty through the middle. It must be the coaching and drilling he does on a Wednesday, Tim Spurway.
Must be Scott. That's the only explanation.
It is always tricky for the opposing team when there is left-handed player. The angles do change slightly, and that's another thing to think about. They've been fairly solid. It's only one of the first points I've actually seen Perez drop into the net there. He's been very solid with that drop. And the consistency in these matches is what makes these players win these points. Always easier said than done, though, in this fine margin game that we play, Tim Spurway.
Well, 9-0. This is looking a bit of a whitewash at the moment.
And there's no pictures on a scorecard, Mr. Spurway. There's lots of different ways to win a point. And the confusion, I think, caused from McCarthy attempted initial poach has led to Perez and McCarthy having their first match point. And they only need one, Mr. Spurway, as that one was sailing long, but eventually put into the net. That is an 11-0 win for Perez and McCarthy. Preston and Fox never really quite got going in that game, but no discredit to Perez and McCarthy as well. I really enjoyed Perez's ability to drop, and McCarthy's poaching and attacking through the middle was extremely good too. So that's a nice combination that they've got with that consistency from Perez and the ability to poach through the middle, as McCarthy is a left-hander. So interesting to see what else they can do in this group. It's a very tough group, I have to say. And we're looking forward to seeing who we've now got next here at the Barbados Welsh Open.
So, next up on the show court should be Mark Eggleton and Banu Baweja. And they should be playing Gavin Noble and Gareth Neal. However, I cannot see that Banu Baweja and Mark Eggleton have signed in yet, so we might have to get confirmation that they are actually here. If not, we will be having presumably a break as Maisie Wise goes sprinting off to find out. But regardless, they're not on court currently, so we will go away, we will find out that information for you, and we will be back after a short word from our sponsors. I can tell you that Mark Eggleton and Banu Baweja, we have been told, are both here, and they have been playing their games, and they have won all 3 of their games as well, so this should be a good match coming up. So until they arrive, we have Scott Mayo here, of course. How'd you get on today, Scott?
Yes. I got a silver in the men's open category. I suppose I'd be lying if I said I wasn't very happy with that result. Prior to coming today, I told myself I had the goal of if I can medal, if I can get on that podium, that would be a great goal. So I suppose I have achieved that goal. But full credit to Ed Hayes in the final. An absolutely deserved winner, a formidable champion, and all-round just amazing man. He does so much for pickleball, including the PPL, and he was sort of, well, he was telling me earlier actually that he is number 24 on the English Open, England pickleball sort of register. So he was the 24th person to sign up as a player in England. So he really is one of the OG players of this sport, and he deserves nothing more than to have his name etched in history as the first ever Welsh Open gold medal winner. 11-4, 11-10 in the final, Tim, and an absolutely deserved winner. Credit to him, and we hope to see him again next year and around, although he is expecting a second child, so we might not see him for a while. A little bit preoccupied, but he did well to get that gold, and then it'll be childcare duties for the next few months, I'm sure.
Yeah, he said he was 2 years off moving up to the 35s, and he's going to take it at the first opportunity he gets, much like myself. Sorry,
Tim, just to butt in, would you like to speak about your day in the 35 plus category, sir?
Thank you. I got silver, like yourself, Scott, and yeah, a frustrating final match. Silver, you always come away, because I always feel like, because you lose the last match, you always come away feeling, you know, you want to finish on a win. And so although you got a medal, it's the last match that you come away losing. So you always kind of maybe feel a little bit more disappointed than even if you get bronze sometimes, because yeah, if you win your final match, you're on a high. But I was very happy. Richard Green got the gold, and I'm fortunately playing with him in the men's 35 plus 4.0 plus division on Saturday.
You have to put your differences aside. I'm sure you will. You said he was a lovely man and obviously a great player, clearly. Yeah, to have beaten such a great player in yourself, Tim. So
that's funny. It's not what you were saying earlier, Scott, but for the mics.
The laugh says, I can't lie either, can I? The laugh says it all, Tim. But I'm sure you two will be great together. And it still surprises me, Tim, that you are in the 35 plus category. And that's the best compliment maybe I have given you today.
It is. And that means a lot to me, Scott. Thank you. Yeah. But I am. Time flies.
When you're sat on the mic with two of the best people by your side, Tim. That's what you were going to say, wasn't
it? Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. And we're moving back to the next game, though. Enough chat about ourselves, Scott. We'll chat about the action on court that will be coming up. And as I said earlier, Mark Eggleton and Banu Baweja come into this match with 3 wins. And Gavin Noble and Gareth Neal have 2 wins and 1 loss. So they are vying here for a qualification place, undoubtedly. 2 groups. There will only be, I believe, 2 teams to qualify from each group. So this is going to be hotly contested, and this is going to be a critical one. We're midway through the group stages. So this is the 4th game of 5. And so a slip up here can be critical, but we are about to get underway. So Banu Boasia and Mark Eggleton on the near side, and Gavin Noble and Gareth Neal on the top of your screens.
Yes. I've never personally seen Noble or Neal play before, but we do know that Eggleton and Boasia have played in a fair few of the Pickle B tournaments throughout the year. Have played against Boasia a fair few times, and he is an excellent player, extremely solid, an extremely powerful player too. He's got an incredible drive, as you could see there, and a lovely put away from Boasia. So expect that from Boasia, that's for sure.
And that is spicy. That is absolutely beautiful stuff. We see it on the screen here. Drive down the centre.
Heart in the sea, that one. And I think that's one of the things about pickleball, actually, is it's one of the sports where the middle does actually work in your favour rather than against it. In something like tennis, you're sort of looking to paint the lines wide, etc. But with the court being smaller and 4 of you on there, sometimes the middle is the place that causes the most confusion. And when you have a drive as excellent as that from Boasia, why not use it and why not put it down the middle?
And that is change of ends. So Eggleton and Boasia taking a 6-0 advantage into second half of this match and showing effortless power. Eggleton's double-handed backhand looks rather nice as well. That one just going wide. There's 7 now on the board, and this game quite quickly slipping away from Noble and Neal.
Yeah, what I like there about Eggleton is able to exchange in a fire battle, but then had the composure to slow it down, and that did lead to a point for them. Switch of sides there. Good communication. Lovely initial roll. And Boasia there showing how you don't always speed up to win the point on that first go, but instead you speed up in preparation for the next point. And that was excellently done there by Boasia. And that's something for anyone that is watching at home, is one of the reminders is you don't speed up to win it on that one. You speed up and prepare for the next. As you can see in those exchanges there too, how important it is to have the slower game as well. So Eggleton and Boasia find themselves 10-0 up.
Yeah, and that is such an assured display by Boasia and Eggleton there, showing why they perhaps are one of the pre-tournament favourites to take this division. They're looking in supreme form. It's that effortless power from Banu Boasia as well. He looks like he strokes that forehand, but it seems to come off at 100 miles an hour. And yeah, really really difficult to play when you're faced with power like that. And indeed, Noble and Neil struggling a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. I think the biggest thing for where Boasia, from what I can tell, finds the power is that ability to create that lag in his swing and delay, and lead with the bottom of his paddle before impact for as long as possible. Something that I've personally been trying to work on, Tim, on my serve and my drives as well. I don't have the power of Boasia at all, but definitely a lesson learned, and maybe something to look back on for other people to see how they can create such effortless power there. But looking forward to also now what we have next. So congratulations to that pair. And I believe it is Williams and Vincent versus Marshall and Hill. Is that something that we can confirm? I've got confirmation.
You'll get confirmation from me, and you'll get confirmation from Maisie Wise. It is indeed Tony Williams and Neil Vincent. They'll be playing Ian Marshall and Nathan Hill. And first look at Ian Marshall and Nathan Hill on this show court. And I've told this story before, but Ian Marshall, I did play him at the English Open. Or was it the English? No, it was the English Open 2024. And he beat me in the semi-finals of the men's doubles 35 plus 3.5, I believe it was. And it was his forehand, his whippy forehand. He comes from a table tennis background, and that forehand was very unpleasant to get over and over again. Anything short, anything that's not low to the ground, or even anything that's low to the ground, he whips with this heavy topspin, and there is very little you can do to then get it back. So that's going to be a feature of this game. It always is when Ian Marshall plays, and he's showing us there on the court. You can see him at the net currently. And Nathan Hill is a very experienced player as well.
Yeah, I believe I am right in saying that Nathan Hill is part of the English squad for the European Championships in a few weeks' time. So I believe that's right. So congratulations to him. That is an excellent opportunity that he's got there. And I think his performance has really shown that. A very athletic player. I'm still not convinced he's even should be in the 50-plus category. He doesn't look old enough to be so, but him and Marshall, as you said, I had a chance to play against Marshall a couple of months ago, and that ability he's got to generate so much topspin is incredible. So another very, very strong group, strong pairing we've got here, Tim. Both with slightly different skill sets, but that's what can work in their favour.
Yeah, and he almost, particularly when he's at the net, he almost hits the ball like it is a table tennis ball, with that kind of heavy whip and the way he holds the paddle. And you know it's coming.
Yeah,
that's the thing. Is you know it's coming, and it's so frustrating when there's nothing you can do about it.
I'm not sure whether my short-term, long-term memory, but just looking at Marshall and Hill practicing now, it does look like Marshall is also moving to a two-handed backhand as well. I can't remember whether he has done that in the past, but that's starting to look very solid too. But yeah, that ability to generate that topspin the way that he does. I mean, the biggest thing that helps him with is that his margins is a lot less. It means he can hit the ball harder and trust that that ball is going to be dipping into the court, which, again, for the opposition does mean that they have to play more balls because they have to assume that that ball is going in too. So, yeah, really fantastic to have that much topspin on the ball.
Yeah, absolutely, Scott. And yeah, when people hit it hard at you, it's a whole different situation than when people hit it hard at you with topspin, because I mean we all probably play far too many balls than we should.
Agree.
But when you're up against someone like Ian Marshall, you know that a lot of more of those balls are going in, so there is that additional pressure to play, and it wins him a heck of a lot of points. And often when I've watched his games in the past, it is whether you contain his forehand, because when you've got someone like players like that, they kind of dictate the pace of the game often, and the teams that are more successful are those that are able to negate it in some way, whether it's play onto the other person, whether it's to play onto their backhand or play it deep, and it's how successful you can be against a weapon like that.
Yeah, and then, like you said, I do agree with that, how someone like Hill has that ability to dictate the pace of the play, because a lot of his shots will be quite fast speed-up drives. Like we said, he's able to do that, so why not play that? And so then it will be up to maybe players like Williams and Vincent to potentially... I mean, the shot that I would maybe consider against someone like Marshall is to play just a block. So purposely bring him into the kitchen and maybe make him play some dinks at the kitchen. And I'm sure he does have some great topspin there too, but just to vary it up and just to stop him having that momentum of continually hitting those drives, because the confidence builds so quickly once you get a few of those going. And in this sport, like with most sport, if your confidence is high and you trust and have complete trust in your shots that you're playing, that's when you sort of are able to find that flow state. And that's when this game becomes, and I'm going to use a bit of a scary word, this game becomes easy, or definitely easier, Tim, although I haven't found this game too easy to play quite yet.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right, Scott. Sometimes the game does feel easy. I remember one time happened to me for at least 5 seconds, over a year ago now. I found the game easy. But yeah, when your shots are coming off, you think, why can't I play like this all the time?
Sure. And obviously we just had a chance there to speak about Marshall and Hill. If it's all right, Tim, I'd like to just speak a little bit of what I know about Williams and Vincent, two players that do come on a Wednesday night. I will be quiet about that at some point. Firstly, I would like to say congratulations on Tony Williams, as he has been selected for the Welsh squad that will be going to Rome in a few weeks. And again, one of those ones where I'm surprised he's in the 50-plus category. He doesn't look old enough to be in it. Vincent, struggling with a few injuries, so didn't put himself up for selection this year, although an incredible player. And I'd just like to also say thank you to Neil Vincent. He does so much for the sport in Wales, and again was one of the first sort of people in Wales to get this sport up and running. So just an opportunity to say thank you to Vincent. Without people like him, we would not be having this Barbados Welsh Open. And funnily enough, Vincent also does come from a table tennis background as well. Great touch, great skill, great hands at the net, Vincent. And Tony Williams is extremely quick on a court, extremely good skills as well. Both played for such a long time, so I think this will be a very interesting match to play. Very experienced players on the court, and I really am looking forward to commentating on this one, Tim.
Yeah, I've seen Tony Williams play a few times, and quite often plays in the Dragon Ladder League as well, which I believe you've played in a few times as well, Scott. Happens in Wales.
Yep. So just a little bit of more Welsh pickleball trivia. The Dragon Ladder League is run by Kevin McCarthy, who we just saw play. And again, he's another person I'd like to shout out and say Without things such as the Dragon Ladder League, we wouldn't have the players that we do in Wales now and the opportunities that we have without people like this. So thank you to Kevin McCarthy. Tony is one of the top players in the Dragon Ladder League and has been for many, many years. So is Neil Vincent. Has been injured the past couple of years, though, and has been playing a little bit less. But both two of the best players in Wales and definitely two of the best players in the 50-plus category too. So looking forward to this one. And Vincent and Williams to serve. Thumbs up there from Williams. Initial side out, 0-0-1 now.
Yeah, this will be a really interesting one. Both teams coming into this without losing a game so far, so someone's going to come away with a loss. It's the forehand on display. The first forehand from Ian Marshall, dipping down, and they are off the mark.
And we just had the perfect view of that. The way that that ball starts over the net, and then watch that ball perfectly behind where we're sat now, and it just dipped so quickly once it had got over the net, so it becomes so difficult to return. You only ever get a chance to either return that up or into the net. It's very challenging.
Yeah, the power there. Nathan Hill. And that's 4. A nice early start there for Ian Marshall. And Nathan Hill. Yeah, and there's the forehand again from Ian Marshall. And building up a nice early lead, and a big, big serve from him, hitting that corner. And that's the change of ends, 6-1. And they haven't found the answer to the Ian Marshall forehand yet. Oh, and the forehand just not coming off then. Oh, and that's a great finish there, Nathan Hill. The lob, really good top spin. And that is a fantastic put away as well. And that's 7 now. So it's a long way back now for Williams and Vincent. And point of the match so far. Brilliant play from both teams. There was opportunities there for both to take that point, but incredible defensive displays there shown, particularly by Williams and Vincent. Oh, and so difficult there. So difficult when Marshall gets that forehand going. We've seen it before. We've seen it so many times. And we're 8-1 here. And a good leave from Marshall as well, holding himself back. Oh, and that one just going wide. You see it here. Just missing the sideline. It looked good. But just wide. But incorrect leave that time. And a second point on the board for Williams and Vincent. Oh, brilliant play. A great finish there. Down the centre. Showing skill on the backhand as well as the forehand, Ian Marshall. And the drive there from Nathan Hill doing the damage. And that brings up game point. Oh, and that one, you can see it here. Just catching the sideline. Reaction there. And a missed drop. So, Williams and Vincent. The side out. Oh, and they got into the right position, but unable to take that advantage. Yeah, and just good manoeuvring of his opponents there, Nathan Hill. Redirecting that backhand. So, non-scoring side out. And there we go. That is 11. That's an 11-3 win for Marshall and Hill. And they look in good form indeed. Not really giving many opportunities to Williams and Vincent. But they're still in the race for qualification. Winning their games going into that, so we'll be back with another game shortly, and I believe looks like Andrew Fennell's made his way out on court. And this will be the last game, I believe, in the Group 1. So it will be Andy Hill and John Banks. They'll be playing James Knott and Andrew Fennell, and we will be eagerly awaiting that encounter after this short break. So we're awaiting our final match in Group 1 of the men's doubles 50 plus 4.0 plus division. And going into this final match, Andy Hill and John Banks with just a solitary win. James Knott and Andrew Fennell still looking for a first win. So I think both of these teams won't be qualifying for the top bracket, but obviously these events you want to finish as high as you possibly can. So the second group are a little bit behind. I believe some of the fourth games are going on now. And it's looking very tight in the second group. So Tony Williams and Neil Vincent with 3 wins and 1 loss. And they managed to beat Rupert Robinson and Chris Freilink. That was a good win for them. 11-10. And so Rupert Robinson and Chris Freilink beat Nathan Hill and Ian Marshall. So everyone's beating each other in the second group. And so it's going to be incredibly close. A real opportunity for Williams and Neil Vincent to get through that in what's a very tricky group indeed. And it's all down to the last game for them. And Rupert and Chris have got 2 more, so I presume they're out on court or have just finished. Rupert Robinson and Chris Freilink. Regulars Picklebee events, and indeed pretty much all events. And we are just going to take a little trip around this venue. This absolutely enormous venue. We see the what previously was the show court. And we moved things around. So you can see lots of sponsor stands as well. Of course, the lead sponsors here. Visit Barbados. And all of the action going on at the outer courts. And you can see, well, I can see a couple of Exeter Pickleball Club players that are playing in the court opposite, Elaine and Penny, so a big shout out to them. They're doing quite well in their group matches. And the match about to get underway, so it will be not to serve us off here. And that is some serious, serious power from Andy Hill. Demonstrating that in the very first point. Oh, and Andrew Fennell's everywhere, dominating the centre of the court there. And using great reactions to win that point. And a good start from them. Nice finish there from John Banks. It's them on the scoreboard. So if you're watching this at home, make sure you've got any comments, pop them in the live chat, and we'll try and keep an eye on things. And Andrew Fennell, a swing and a miss. Recovered. So ultimately the point going to Banks and Hill. Yeah, and a good solid drive down the middle John Banks. Oh, he's found a absolutely lovely angle there, Andy Hill. That ball sitting up nicely and stroking away, finding the corner of the court. Oh, and Andy Hill now is stroking that backhand beautifully. And a quick 6 points from them. 6 unanswered points, and from a good start. Fennell and Knott find themselves 6-2 down. Yeah, and that is a beautiful lob by Andy Hill. Andrew Fennell unable to scramble back to get that one, and it's 8-2 now. And they look on course. And the lob again successful this time. Andrew Fennell blaming the lights at the top, just making him unable to see that ball properly. Yeah, and finding a lovely shot down the middle as well. And Banks and Hill now 10 unanswered points. They have game point for their second win in this group. Ultimately, it was the power in that last shot. Banks and Hill getting over a slightly rocky start and really stepping up their game. Impressive performance from them. And that does bring this group to a close. So after the results have been posted, we'll be able to update you on who is going to be qualifying through to the semi-finals. And as we see action going on all around this venue, Maisie Wise there on court, paddle in hand, I believe doing some kind of spot for ITV with, it might be ITV, that's up for confirmation still, with Scott Mayo. And just showcasing their abilities on one of our practice courts here. So as we prepare for the final match here, part of the 50 plus 4.0 plus division, delighted to welcome Karen Mitchell and Chris Mitchell into the commentary booth. Karen Mitchell, of course, a chair of Pickleball England. And yes, they will be, I presume, talking us through this last match, or at least partly. She just said we just wanted the best seats in the house. So I will pass you over to Karen Mitchell and Chris Mitchell.
Thank you. And does
actually the only seats in the house, isn't it? Really?
So it looks like the local lads, Gwilyn and Scott, are going to serve.
I would say Chris, Freiling and Rupert are hot favourites for this one. We shall see.
Oh!
Yeah, that's a good attack from Rupert.
I saw a few of those in your game earlier, Chris.
You did what?
I saw a few of those in your game earlier.
I know. I don't want to talk about it.
So the last time I saw Christo and Rupert playing, it was to catch the end of their bronze level match at the English Open. Oh my God, was that a match. Just a bit long. That was a lovely put away from Gwilyn, right? Sorry, Scott. Nice reactions. So I'm really pleased to be at this, the first Welsh Open. And well done to everyone putting this on. It's great to see more tournaments and more national governing bodies being created. So well done, Kath, Paul, Richard, everyone involved in this, but also the Picklebee production crew. Unlucky Scott. I'm going to get them muddled up the whole time. I can tell that was Gwilyn.
Yeah, it just popped up a little bit there for Chris Freiling.
I say that word.
What?
Oh, popped up. Oh, okay.
Popped up? What do you think I said?
Sorry, I wasn't meant to be a comedy act.
Yeah. Nice serves from Rupert. He's putting quite a lot of power into them, and they're all deep.
Oh, unlucky.
And it's very hard for the Welsh lads to really get on top of this. You see they're under a lot of pressure. Oh, nice try.
And the way Christo strikes that ball, such power.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's incredible. Oh, I think, was that going out? I don't know. That's
well done, Gwilyn.
Play.
From the serve right through to the end. That was great.
But that was Gwilyn, wasn't it? Gwilyn and Scott.
Two, 3-2.
That's a nice drop. So they got themselves up, but put it into the net in the end. But that's what they need to do, work the way forward. On. Oh,
that's a shame because he
just
really
didn't-
exposed that area first.
yeah, he created a really good chance, but he didn't get over the ball for his backhand there.
I'd let Scott.
But they're still in the game. It's 4-2. They're putting up a good fight here. Oh, nice.
That was
Very
beautiful
nice.
down the middle. Five, 2-2.
Now, Chris and Rupert, they've lost one game in the group, I think, so they can't afford to lose another.
So Scott serving 3-5-1.
Oh,
Great
nice.
reactions.
Rupert just waiting to pounce.
Oh,
Oh,
just
yeah,
missed
wide.
that.
Does 11 win by 1?
I wish I knew more about the local guys, actually. They've got a nice game.
Oh.
And I should imagine that they think this is a good scalp to get if they can win this. It's a good call.
Yeah, doing well, the Welsh lads. Very tight. Yeah, it's 5-4 to Frylink and Robinson.
Now side out, 4-5.
Yeah. Oh, mistake from Rupert.
Yeah.
It's a level game now. Oh,
That wasn't coming back.
no. It is difficult when the ball's coming at pace for you to drop it back over and keep it low. Because it will bounce, even if it bounces, it'll bounce high. And you're under
Maybe
pressure
a
the
little
whole
bit of
time.
height on that one.
Oh, pulled out. Not sure that was out.
I confess I didn't see it.
I thought it was just inside the line, but... Oh, nice.
What a get
Very
from
nice.
Christo there, though.
And the swap ends at 6.
Oh.
Nice attack there. Over to the Welsh lads. 5-6.
They're playing canny.
Yeah. Oh, it's the right shot to try.
I think Rupert will want to take that one back. Six, 6-1.
Oh yes, yeah, that was just
Lovely put away.
nicely popped up for Rupert there. Oh.
I have a theory. Now that Christo and Rupert's back is to us, they're playing much looser. Some lovely resets there.
Lovely little dink fest
Yeah.
now. Oh, it was lovely.
I think this might be less close in the second half.
Ooh. Oh, he just didn't quite get over the ball there. Misjudged the height slightly. And he knows that was a real chance. And it means it's 8-6 now. They're only 3 points away. Bit of a short return there, and he put himself under pressure.
So close at getting that back.
9-6. Oh, a bit high from Chris.
Side out. 6-9-1. And I believe it's Scott to serve.
Is that Sanovi? Is that Scott or Woolen? Is it? Oh, okay. Oh, lovely exchange
Unlucky.
there.
I don't think you meant to do that to the net.
Right, 2 points away now, and they've got the serve. Been a steady performance from Firelink, and
I'm very impressed with the way the guys from Glenelg Gwent have played.
Yep, it's not been easy, but and here they are on match point. Firelink to serve, 10-6. Oh. So they're back with a chance now, but they're 4 points trailing, so now we've got 2 more chances for Link and Robertson to win this match. Ooh.
Oh, that's so unlucky.
Pulled out, okay.
Well, well done to Christo and to Rupert.
Yeah, they were always,
as predicted, that second half was...
They were always slightly on top, but
yeah,
it was a tightish game.
And I think that facing the cameras and the monitors and everything does have an impact, because definitely Christo and Rupert played better that second half than they did the first.
They're used to the limelight, aren't they?
Yeah, yeah. But I want to tell the audience, I've no idea how many people are watching, but I want to tell the audience a fun fact. Chris Mitchell commentated at the first Scottish Open. He was one of the first people to actually put a commentary on the Scottish Open. Then he was the first to commentate at the English Nationals. And now he's just on the Welsh Open, and actually the English Open as well. And now he's just on the Welsh Open. So that's a trifecta, right?
I've just got to do the Irish next, haven't I? Yeah. I've never been the best, just the first. You know.
Well, you can't take that from you, Chris, right?
No. Someone's got to do it first. I remember at the Scottish one, everybody's too scared to do it.
That's right. And you were brave enough to do it.
Oh, yeah. And and then after that, everybody wants to do it now, which is great, because they don't listen to me.
But we're not really very good at it, and we know that.
We're not great, no.
So, anyway, should we sign off now?
Yeah, let's sign off, get to the bar.
Over and out.
All right, bye.
We'd just like to say thank you to Chris and Karen for that excellent commentary. Superstars in our booth. Chris, I'd like to know where the bar is, please, so I can join you as soon as... Back at your hotel. Happy days. Right, we'll be there soon. We're just going to go to a short ad break now, whilst we wait for the next match coming up, which is going to be the semi-finals of the 50-plus men's 4-0. And we'll be back shortly. Thank you.
where to place it. So excellent shot. Match point now. And again, we're
And point of the match.
Ooh, pulled out.
so early on in this game. And
Go on. Oh,
Oh, that's a shame because
He
he.
just- ooh,
Oh, that's
Ooh.
so unlucky.
pulled out. Yeah, just popped up.
while I've got that moment to say, it seemed like everyone who did go really enjoyed that event.
Yeah, and a good solid drive down when these rallies do get extended a bit more. Oh! So just a quick update, folks. Our next match is scheduled for the show court at 6:40. And we will be watching the first in the semi-finals of our 50-plus men's 4.0 plus division. So we will be back in approximately 20 minutes for that semi-final, when all of the scores have been calculated. So that will be an absolutely cracking match. So hope to see you then. And then after that one's done, another short break, and we plan to have the gold match at 7:20. So we'll be back at 6:40 for our semi-final. And we are starting this match 10 minutes early, folks. The semi-finalists keen to get play underway here. And so we have Boasia and Eggleton on the near side. And they're playing Hill and Marshall on the far side. So we're expecting this one to be very hotly contested indeed. That one just going long. Good call from Eggleton and Boasia. Yeah, and a good finish. And I believe possibly all of the players on court here are PPL Masters players. So a high quality match we're going to see. And that is a finish from Boasia, flicking that backhand. Slice down the middle there from Eggleton. Yeah, and a good call from Eggleton. Hitting some lovely drops, defensive shots there. And Ian Marshall had his forehand going, but able to be dealt with. So this game is first to 11, 1 ahead. The same format of the group stages. So every point matters. And that net cord's going to help. Nice finish. I'll pop up. Ian Marshall set up with the backhand. Put away overhead with his shot. Yeah, good power from Eggleton. Taking the opportunity after an extended dinking rally. And some good skills on display from all four players. Oh. And it's got to, and it's gone in. What a get from Ian Marshall, flipping that ball up. And a look of disbelief on Eggleton's face. Well, they take a 5-2 lead. Oh, and that is good play. And the change of ends. Hill and Marshall in the ascendancy. What can Boasia and Eggleton do? Just relax, Nathan Hill says. I don't think relaxation is on the cards for Ian Marshall. Yeah, nice hands battle. Incredible defense from Eggleton. Have you ever seen such brilliant defense? But they were able to manage to get the ball back, and Marshall letting fly with his signature forehand. And the damage is done. And you can't really defend much better than that. And the dipping forehand, and Marshall hitting that forehand very nicely indeed. It's coming into its own towards the end of this match. That is Boasia's backhand, almost saying, this one isn't over yet, guys. Yeah, lovely play from Boasia, dominating that kitchen line, adding additional power onto that forehand. And they're feeling it now. They're definitely feeling it. A possible comeback on the cards. Nathan Hill, back to reality. A lovely forehand put away. But the power of the Eggleton forehand, and this game is getting tasty, folks. Oh, and Eggleton finding an extra gear, getting up to that ball, but the drop was good enough. And Nathan Hill again telling Marshall they just need to relax, play the regular game. Lovely drop. And what a dodge! The man, Matrix style. Beautiful dodge from Boasia. Not easy to leave them at this critical juncture. Oh, and that one just dropping wide, and a point on the board. Stops the Boasia and Eggleton comeback. And they are edging their way towards a final place here. And that is where Ian Marshall wants to be, driving forward with the forehand. And the power of Nathan Hill's forehand winning that point. Yeah, lovely play. Lovely play and a good finish after some really strong defensive work by Hill and Marshall. But very high level play we're seeing here. Very few errors. Lots of these points extended, but that is one of the first few errors that we have seen. Oh, and it's another good leave, Nathan Hill. And these leaves are not easy. These guys, nerves of steel at this late stage. But the power, the Buwasia forehand, the effortless power of Banu Buwasia. And the deficit now 2 points. Things are heating up here. And how critical could that point be? 8-9. 1 point in it now. Oh, and the forehand from Ian Marshall wins them the serve back. And it is 9-8-1. So Marshall absolutely powering the serve in. And the miss at a critical point. The paddle goes flying. Eggleton kicking himself after working their way into a position, and we have match point. And it does go long, and Buwasia and Eggleton finding their form too late, leaving themselves just a little bit too much to do. And Hill and Marshall able to get themselves over the line after holding a commanding lead throughout most of that match. Doing the business. And they are through to the final. And Buwasia, you can see on the camera, they'll be frustrated and disappointed. They stepped up their game after a difficult first half of that match, pulling the deficit back to 1 point, and then a miss from Eggleton at 8-9-2 could well have been the critical moment of this match. So Nathan Hill and Ian Marshall marching on to the gold medal match. Buwasia and Eggleton will have to settle for the bronze medal match. And we have the bronze medal, the gold medal match scheduled up next on this court. It's scheduled for 7:20. It wouldn't surprise me if we push that forward a little bit, depending on how the other semi-final is getting on. But we will be going for a short break and bringing you the last match from the stream, today's play at the National Athletics Centre here in Cardiff. So we'll take you to a short break before coming back for our gold medal match.
As a professional athlete, my equipment is very important to me.
When I'm on the court, I need to trust what's on my feet. I need to stay focused with no distractions.
I personally feel like the ViperCore Pro 2.0 is the best performance shoe out there.
Durability for me is really important because I like to slide all over the court. I also love how lightweight they are. I feel like I can run faster. Skechers.
Comfort that performs.
Yeah, just popped up.
Possible comeback on the cards.
Get up to the net and take the advantage from there.
Oh, that's really good there from Ed Hares. Oh, and Andy Hill now is stroking that backhand.
Oh, lovely exchange. Yep, it's not been easy, but... Oh, pulled out. Not sure that was out.
Yeah, good power. Place here. And that is where Ian Marshall wants to be.
Oh.
Yeah, loved.
So early on in this game.
And she is hitting those lines, Scott.
Left, right, left. And that is excellent play and reaction.
And point of the match.
I alluded to it earlier, but sometimes actually it's about and
nice.
and where to place it. So excellent shot. Match point now. And again, we're
Gone. Oh.
Oh, that's a shame because
He
he.
Oh, he's found a absolutely...
That's
Well
a lovely
done, Gwilym,
play.
from the serve.
Yeah, and a good solid drive down.
Oh.
Yeah. And just good maneuvers.
sort of bad bounces. So that seems to be improving as the day goes on.
Oh, and that one just going wide. Perez McCarthy. And some hands battles to regular game. Lovely drop. And what a dodge. Oh, man. Have you ever... Oh. Oh, brilliant play. A great finish there.
Bit of a short return there, and he put himself under...
Expect that from Boasia. That's for sure.
And that is spicy. That...
Oh, pulled out.
Oh. And it's got to, and it's gone. When these rallies do get extended a bit more. Oh! And that is good. That has clipped the...
Oh, just missed
wide.
that.
There's 11 women.
Oh, and Andrew Fennell's everywhere, dominating this.
Oh,
Great
nice.
reactions.
Rupert just waiting to pound.
Oh, and that's a great finish. quality match we're going to see. And that...
Well, I've got that moment to say it seemed like everyone who did go really enjoyed that event.
Ooh.
Oh, that's
Ooh.
so unlucky.
Pulled out. Yeah, just popped off.
Possible comeback on the cards. And here we are. Everyone, the final. Let's get underway. Best of 3. Nathan Hill and Ian Marshall. Chris Freilink and Rupert Robinson, who are at the top of your screens. This will be a close one. We're all looking forward to this one. And Freilink gets us underway with a lovely pass on the forehand side there. Oh. You want reactions? Freilink is giving you reactions. Backhand roll volley put away. Lovely stuff from him. And a good start. It's a good leave from Ian Marshall. And that one just coming off the center of the net, where it's a little bit stiffer. And see it flying. It evens things up. And a nice deep serve as well from Nathan Hill. And that extended prep that he likes to do, bouncing the ball and just taking his time, taking a deep breath. And hitting a nice drop. Freilink was unable to do anything with. And he's just constantly saying to his partner, Nathan Hill, make sure you make the third shot. And he made the third shot, but he missed that forehand, which is unusual. The serve going back to Freilink and Robinson. And this is, a lot of this is going to come down to who can get that first hit in, that first big hit. And it was Freilink and Robinson in that last point. All players coming with serious attacking intent and power. So don't expect too many long dinking rallies from this four. Yeah, and that is what we say about first hit. Rupert Robinson, that ball bouncing high, and 2 backhands does the job. Yeah, good power. That first hit again. Ian Marshall, that forehand cracking down. Ooh, that ball maybe just ever so slightly too low. He loves to whip that forehand regardless where the ball lands. Loopy serve. But good reactions there. Chris Freilink. Yeah, and a nice drop there, showing some touch as well as power. And just making Ian Marshall miss with that one. And second opportunity now. Oh, yes. Finding a lovely angle. Ian Marsh off the backhand side. Nothing Rupert Robinson could do. He tried. Lord, did he try, but could not get there. And some nice touch on display from Ian Marshall. And that's going to help Hill Marshall. Nothing like a nice easy point after the serve. Marshall just misfiring a little bit on the forehand side. Snatching at that one a little, perhaps a little bit too close to him. And both teams kind of struggling to get into any kind of particular rhythm, but one just going wide or going long. Oh, and a ripper down the middle. Chris Freilink, a Chris Freilink special there, served up on a platter. Bam. And Freilink is upping his game. Another big shot from him. Good reaction to steer the backhand and then opening up the opportunity for the forehand. Yeah. So the Marshall forehand. And that one just going long. So, Freilink and Robinson taking a lead. Oh, and Chris Freilink, he's been so lethal when he's been ahead in the points. And just steering that one into the net. And the missed return. Rupert Robinson. And we are back even here. Yeah, nice leave. Some nice drops there. Nathan Hill. And they have regained their lead. Oh, power, power, power. And finding the angled drive volley. Ian Marshall just slightly taken off court there. Nathan Hill going to cover him, but Ian Marshall taking it on the backhand and steering it into the net. And a ripper down the line. Nathan Hill, I think, left it. He took a chance, and that one does catch the line. And he looks up to the heavens. One was a forehand to remember, and they have set themselves up with a 2-point lead. And forehand of Ian Marshall. Yeah. And just putting a paddle up and steering it down into the court. So they have a side out after an impressive run of points from Freilich and Robinson. Yeah, and that's really strong play from Ian Marshall. Taking the ball down. Using that forehand effectively. Oh boy, it's close. It is so close. Every point is hard fought. And Freilich and Robinson have a chance here. It's a good serve. And the pressure does pay off. Marshall frustrated. He demonstrated some good defensive play, but just the power. And it's first game point, and the game point is taken. And Freilich and Robinson take that first game. It could have gone either way. In the end, just a few points towards the end after a spirited comeback from Hill and Marshall. Some high-quality play in there. Watching Hill and Marshall now talking about how they can get themselves back into this match. They weren't far away. And just a few tweaks here and there. I heard Nathan Hill saying about whipping the ball down at the feet more. Don't give them so many higher balls that they can attack. So that could well be part of the solution. Quick start, of course, vital after you've lost the first game. And a lovely put away. And working themselves nicely back into that point. After... It's just what the doctor orders. Yeah, and a good solid couple of points. Some defensive skills on display. Oh, who needs dinks when you've got power? That is forehand to forehand. First point on the board for Freilink and Robinson in this second game. Oh, and great reactions. But I talked about how we're not going to see many long dinking rallies. I think that was an example there. Both teams electing to drive through the mid-court. And that's the first poaching attempt, really, we've seen about this match. And it was a good move from Rupert Robinson, but just slightly overhit. Oh, and that ball just not going over, just not creeping the other side of the net. Freilink and Robinson making a good comeback. Oh, and Rupert Robinson had that one on his paddle. And let that one slip away. Yeah, and brilliant defense from Ian Marshall there. Chris Freiling was chucking everything in the kitchen sink into those forehands. Ian Marshall holding strong. But he wasn't getting that one. Freiling. He found another kitchen sink. He's got a few kitchen sinks in his house, no doubt. And he's throwing them all into that forehand. Yeah, and a good leave. Hill and Marshall, and they are edging their way towards making this best of 3 match. And that one's out, and again the defense on display. Followed then by a crushing forehand. That forehand that we've spoken and praised so much. So it's looking likely now we're heading towards a third. Not yet. And the ability of these players to leave some of those balls when they're coming at them so quick. And at the net. And a lovely duck there. Ruthless, relentless forehands from Chris Freiling. Yeah, and again, the forehand doing the work and closing the gap. 7-9-1. Are they stepping up their game here? At just the right time. The next 2 points, 2 or 3 points are going to be absolutely crucial. And the put away. Nathan Hill after an extended rally and some great defense. And steadying the ship there. Not making any errors when it mattered the most. Yeah, and feels like that winning that extended rally has given them the motivation they needed, and we are on game point here to take this into a third. They will have to leave it to the second one. Oh, but that is clutch play, Chris Freilink. This game has got another twist. Oh, and the ball called out. And that was close. That was incredibly close. And we are back on second game point. Yeah, but Freilink is punishing the ball when it comes up that high. Hits that ball so flat, so hard. Don't care how good a defender you are, that one isn't coming back. And the third missed, and another chance here to get back in this second game. Yeah, and the slice forehand did the job, and 8-10-1. Oh, resets and then letting loose with the forehand once, twice. Didn't get it over that second time. Oh, and good heavens above, what a point we have there. Both players, Ian Marshall covering almost the whole width of Cardiff in that point. Unable to retrieve that last one. And another point on the board for Freilink and Robinson. But one back again, and it's squeaky bum time here. Hill and Marshall, they've had so many opportunities. Can they put this one away? Oh, and I don't know what Nathan Hill was thinking. I think he was more praying than thinking that ball was going long, because that was well into the court. The lob goes up and goes out, and they again hand the service back. And a good serve and a good follow-up, and Rupert Robinson. 10-10. And so this is second match gold medal point for Freilich and Robinson. It's just one ahead. Oh, and the composure from Nathan Hill. That was not easy in under that kind of pressure. Steering that ball. And match point again. Games point, rather. The other way now. Oh, and would you believe it? It took the net to get them over the line. And Ian Marshall, a look of pure relief on his face. And we are going to a third here, everyone. Hold on to your horses. Get comfortable. The players are out on their feet on court. And Nathan Hill came over shaking his head, but I think very relieved in the end probably to get over the line. And could that, having the match points, Freilich and Robinson, hard to get back and feel potentially being so close and yet letting it slip away after coming well back. And so we go into a third, and they have mutually agreed to do win by 2 in this third match, third game of the final.
That's fine. They did say at the beginning they might do that, so we've got plenty of court time. So, yeah, this could be a long old third match, Tim.
I feel that the start here of this third game so critical. You wonder what's going through the heads of Freilich and Robinson coming back from the brink, but then just being pipped over the line. It might work in Hill and Marshall's favour in the end. But Freilich is a man on a mission, and he has put down a belter of a forehand serve there. Yeah, and the ruthless attack of Rupert Robinson and Chris Freilich. And Nathan Hill finding a lovely angle on the forehand side. So back in this final game. Yeah, tricky dink there, Rupert Robinson. Freilich has been so ruthless in those positions. Evens up the scores with that miss. And we see here, ball clattering into the net. Nathan Hill clutching his head in despair. Ruthless play from Rupert Robinson, and we're seeing these points. Who can get that first hit? And then, can you defend it? And he has found an angle, I think. No, that one just goes wide. And Freilich and Robinson now 5-2. And so critical moments here for Hill and Marshall. They won't want things to get too far ahead, and we have a timeout.
I did think that earlier in their second game, Tim, that a timeout would have been a good idea for one of the teams, but I think in the heat of the moment they just forgot they could have them. So Nathan just asked then if they could have a timeout, and they are each allowed a timeout per set.
Yeah, it's can really change things when you have a timeout. And we'll see if it has an impact. And also, when you've been playing all day, it just gives you a chance to get a breather. Particularly when you're whacking the ball as hard as these guys. As Nathan Hill just shakes his head.
I don't think Nathan likes your terminology, Tim. He's saying that he tries to get the ball to dip and bounce rather than whack.
Excuse my crude terminology. I meant, of course, drive the ball with power and precision.
That's much more like it.
Just going long, Ian Marshall. Got a good eye on it. That first one was going out. Freilich and Robinson win the serve back. And again, the power does the business. Relentless. Rupert Robinson. Absolutely critical moments in this match. And Freilich and Robinson do make it to the change of ends, 6-2 up, and just catching Ian Marshall out with that shot to the body. And so they'll be feeling pretty happy about that. 6-2-2. And edging their way now. Edging their way to a potential gold medal in this stacked division. Oh, but this one isn't over yet, folks. A nice put away. And we're at 3 now. 3-6-2. Make that 4-6-2. Oh, how did he hit a forehand off that shot? Half volley. After the net cord. Manages to find a lovely angle. Oh, and Rupert Robinson goes for a step across the kitchen. And it just clips the top of the net. This is a topsy-turvy encounter. An accumulation of shots. Chris Freiling doing so well. And a shake and bake. We love to see a shake and bake. And a critical time. And I wouldn't want to be a bookmaker right now coming up with the odds on who wins this match, because could go either way as things even up again. A nice deep return, so critical at these points to get those returns deep and put pressure on. Still able to do it with tired legs and mentally tiring as well. Such a mental game, pickleball. And being able to control those nerves. And the finish. Freiling pops up a lob. Defensive lob. And then definitely not a defensive put away. Crunched. And that one just pulled out. Boy, it was close. And that one also going out. And the nerves setting in slightly here. I mean, all of these guys will be nervous. It's going out, trying to whip that one past Rupert Robinson. An 8-7-1. Yeah, nice deep return down the middle. Made Chris Freilich go down with a backhand and scooping that one into the net. So close, you can almost taste it at 9-7. And you just pray. You just absolutely pray for some easy balls, some short returns that you can absolutely crack. Some missed returns ideally, but we'll see if Hill and Marshall have got an extra level to reach the final moments of this match. Oh, and finding a brilliant, brilliant angle, Rupert Robinson, when it matters the most. And we are at gold medal point here. And the lob goes up. And the change slightly in strategy towards the end of that match. Freilich throwing up a few tricky lobs, and they worked beautifully. And that is a fantastic win for them. They will be absolutely delighted. 11-7, and that was a really good watch, wasn't it, Simon?
Yeah, fantastic end to a great day, Tim. Thanks so much for your commentary today. You've been an absolute hero, not only playing but commentating. We had to move the stream at some point this afternoon. So, as I referred to a few times, Tim Spurway, the legend. So that comes to close our sorry, poor old Tim Cotton doesn't know what to say.
Hero and a legend. Blimey. What's it going to be tomorrow? That's what I wonder.
We will see. I'm going to bid you all good night and shut a few things down, and we'll let the legend and the hero that is Tim Spurway to say goodbye.
I think he's being sarcastic, folks. We've had a fantastic day's worth of play here. So lots of singles and some brilliant doubles action here at the Barbados Pickleball Welsh Open, showcasing some of the very best, particularly from Wales, but the UK as well. And tomorrow we moving into doubles play completely, and we are focusing our show court on some exciting team matches. So the team format is going to be the main focus of the show court tomorrow, and you'll be seeing some familiar faces, and I love a bit of team tournament. So we have a mixture of men's doubles, ladies doubles, and mixed doubles in different teams. And there will be, of course, playing for some gold medals here. The focus will be on the 4.0 plus open category. And if today is anything to go by, we are in for some great action. So thanks to all our players, spectators, and of course our sponsors, Visit Barbados, for making this tournament possible. And of course, Steve Beale and Simon Farr, the lead organisers of this main event here at the Welsh Open. But from us, it is good night, Nostar.